Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Today's article has to do with two friends, and those two friends are the Russian Federation and North Korea. Friendship is a manifestation of love and support coming from another person or entity. In this case, love and support from North Korea, from its leaders. I don't know if the people agree with that or not, but this is not the point of this article. What I'm trying to say is actions are what define a friendship more than verbal support. Verbal support is helpful. You help with advice. You help someone when has some problems, psychological problems, a situation like that. You give an advice, but and they can consider that an act, right? So it's action because you help them with an advice. But this kind of advice, like I will help you, I would have helped you if, those are not a sign of a friend. A friend is, I help you, just call me, just let me know you need help right now. And if the answer is yes, you back up your offer through action. Don't say I would have helped you. That means there's zero, or yeah, I will give you, I will help you. Okay, well, it's good to know. When time comes, I will call you, and if you are still willing to help me, then you will show. So in this case, North Korea offers its help, concrete help, physical help. This article comes from National Review from August 5, 2022. Now, friendship could be between, scientists. Friendships could be between rapists. Friendship could be between, criminals or law-abiding citizens. Because friendship is not owned by, by what kind of person you are. Friendship is a mutual feeling between two individuals. In this case, I know people say, oh, North Korea and Russia, they're friends. Two rogue states or terrorist states, or however. I'm talking about the friendship, the same as the valor. Let's say you have a Purple Heart from the US government for your activities in war and your courage, and you have, let's say, a Iron Cross, a German Iron Cross, for value in valor and courage in fighting. The idea of valor and being rewarded, that's what matters, what that medal means, not the fact that those guys were the bad guys and these guys were the good guys. The action in itself. I know we have to go back to the ancient Greeks and their philosophy and all that, but so North Korea offers Russia 100,000 volunteers for war on Ukraine. Russian state TV said North Korea has offered Russia 100,000 volunteers to aid in the war against Ukraine, according to Russian state TV. There are reports that 100,000 North Korean volunteers are prepared to come and take part in the conflict, talk show host Igor Korochenko said on Russia Channel 1 in the New York Post reported. The reports come as Russia's military force is depleted after its unsuccessful attempt to take key parts of Ukraine, including the capital of Kiev. Now, this paragraph, if you stay with me for my next video or videos, today actually I have ready an article talking about the Russian offensive in Ukraine, and it's not one offensive on one little axis, it's on more. So this thing regarding Kiev, we know that, if you look one step deeper into the matter than we are allowed to see by the mass media or provided, that was not a how should I put it, an offensive towards Kiev to take Kiev. That was not, and I would say that how much, and they were not pushed back. The fact that the Russians surrounded Kiev in 3 days or something like that, that was awful for the Ukrainians. So this one, including the capital of Kiev, unsuccessful attempt to take. Really? Just go and get the articles and see how much fighting was over there and how many rockets, how many people died, and you'll make your own mind. Some estimates that the number of Russian soldiers killed as high as 15,000 to 25,000, but the Ukrainians say that's 41,000 or 42,000 at this point, accounts for over 5 months of war that puts Russia's casualty count to about 100 soldiers a day. Now, we should also know that how could be the Russian army depleted? Let's give it 40,000 people. Do you think that Russia, population 140 million, 25,000 people depletes its army? I mean, how uninformed and childlike minded someone should be to believe that 40,000, yeah, it's 40,000 people. That's a lot of people. I'm not denying that, but deplete the military? Now I know it was not a general mobilization in Russia to have, I don't know, like 30 million people fighting, because that's kind of like how much they would, because you take 145, let's say you divide it by 2, right, you get about 70, let's get 70 million, right? After 70 million you get able people, which is below, not able, people that with, let's say below 80 and above 18, and you get to about, well, let's say 2/3, because I took the kids and women out in the first, maybe not the women out in the first half, and then I give another half. So let's say from 70, about 30 million at least, the Russians could, 30 million people, could possibly get to work in a war. Now, if you don't want 30 million, you can get to 10 million. But if you take million, they were not mobilized, it's true, but I don't think this made a big dent. It's a lot of people though, don't get me wrong. So Korochenko also alluded to reports indicating Russia has invited North Korea builders to repair Russian-occupied Donbass. Alexander Matsagora, the Russian ambassador to North Korea, said in an interview in July, Korean builders who are highly qualified, hardworking, and ready to work in the most difficult conditions will be a very serious part of building the destroyed infrastructure in Donbass. Now, I don't think that, personally, I don't think that is the case, that the North Korean fighters, army, volunteers, maybe, and I don't think the volunteers will just be volunteers, but who knows, how they think, and, but it's not going to be North Korean military, I'm trying to say. Volunteers going over there, it's a different story. If they would go, if they will be allowed to go, that's another different story. There's so many, but 100,000 people to do what? To build? That's a lot of people in Donbass. And they say volunteer to fight. To fight, a lot of 100,000 fighters. And then what? Are they going to come back to North Korea after they lay down their weapons in Russia? That's going to create a problem over there to North Korea, unless North Korea tries to get rid of its certain kind of people as volunteer. So 100,000 people. I don't think they're going to be fighters. I don't think they're going to be military. I'm sure they're not going to be military. And probably they could come and help. But I think it's just for show, to be more realistic. How does North Korea has 100, has population, but 100,000 people just to pass over to help Russia? They don't need any help over there first. But friends, as I said, are friends. And you have to help someone when that someone is in need, your friend. And it shouldn't be something easy, because if something easy, anyone can do it. So it should be something hard that you help with, something that really hurts you or depletes you of something. That shows friendship, sacrifice on your part. That used to be how the value of friendship used to be. I don't help you. Let's say even the Holy Scripture talks about the dollar and how much you give. If you're a millionaire and you give, I don't know, $1,000, oh my God, compared with a person who makes $1,000 a week, or not a week, let's say a month. Now, who's sacrificing more? So the proportion matters. So the same. If 100,000 people don't mean anything to you, okay, thank you very much. It means to me. But if you let's say have a population of 100 million and you send 100,000, or you have a population of 5 million and you send 100,000, you understand obviously the point I'm trying to make. Nevertheless, they are helping, they're offering help. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.